All right, boys, April 13th, Saturday, 2025. A cold, wintry day in Richmond, Virginia, in the high 40s. Windy. Still a fairly high pollen count. And tons of rain yesterday, which is really going to help the appearance of Bear Scott Stadium. Hopefully, if we go Monday. And coming up this trail here, last night's feature presentation. This one picked by Mr. Met, Death Warmed Up, 1984. Starring Michael Hurst, Margaret Umbers, William Upjohn, and David Lech as Spider. This one is from the Nightmare Worlds 50 movie DVD set, available free on YouTube with no ads. This is one I've been wanting to see again. I saw it once back in 2020 when I was going through a lot of these films from that box set. I didn't care for it much then, but it's kind of intriguing. So I wanted to give it another shot. It's a New Zealand sci-fi, horror, splatter films. Even got some zombie elements to it. It's about a kid. It's really not a kid. It's like a guy, looks like he's maybe 21 years old. I think he's supposed to be maybe a late teenager. Is hypnotized by a mad scientist. The mad scientist is really good in this too, even though you don't see a whole lot of him. He's hypnotized by this mad scientist guy to go home and unwillingly shoot both of his parents. He spends years in a mental institution. I think it's 2 years in a mental institution, which they don't really show much of that. And then when he comes out, he plots revenge on the scientist. And he kind of buddies up with these friends, and they go out to kill the scientist. And it's just, I really like the concept of this. It's got a lot of good things going for it, but I really don't like the movie that much. I didn't like it. I thought I would like it a little more, but didn't care for it. But still wanted to see this one again. Really good premise, I think. And if you're into the gore, it's got a lot of blood in this. It's got a lot of, and like brains and stuff. So very ambitious type of film. Death Warmed Up, 1984. And the fact that it's 1984 hurts a little bit for my taste, because it just has that 1984 feel to it. It's getting a little later in the sci-fi horror genre, and things aren't as good, but still, being a New Zealand film, it's got that kind of strangeness to it, and it's not formulaic. So this one definitely I wouldn't recommend to hardly anyone, but it's definitely out there for someone. But good to see this one again. That's last night's feature presentation. The Masters is halfway over. Actually, we're more than halfway over, because he just started the third round. And after 2 rounds, we have a nice leaderboard. We got Mr. Rose, Justin Rose, winner of the 2013 US Open, in first place with a 1-stroke lead, -8, and then at -7 alone is Bryson DeChambeau of the United States, -7. Then you got a couple tied at third, Rory McIlroy and Corey Connors at -6. And then we have 4 tied with -5. We got Lowry, Hatton, Scotty Scheffler, Matthew McCarty. So it's a very tight field right now. And you even got there's some other big names looming with 2 rounds to go. Day, Matsuyama, Morikawa, Oberg, Xander Schauffele, all are within 6 of the lead. So if they can cut that in half, could have a hell of a Sunday. One of those guys can be up there. There's some pretty big names. And then I like to see, even though a lot of the old guys got cut, didn't make the cut, we do have a couple of former winners, Bubba Watson and Zach Johnson, 2007 winner, both making the cut, so good for them. So we should have Sunday really hell of a nice tight field. And the Masters at Augusta, and the weather looks good too. Looks like there's not going to be any kind of rain out. Hey, Jordan. So this thing is like moving backwards. Why is it going in reverse? Why is this going in reverse? Huh. A little dangerous there, Jordan. Homesick. Right now it's going forward. Kind of. Wow. See what happens, boys. You can kind of see the end of it there. Pretty long train. Yeah, guys. All right. All right, so we've had about 3 straight nights of pretty lousy feature presentations. Should I get a little closer, Jordan? We've had about 3 straight nights of pretty bad feature presentations. So I think today we need to get on the right track. We need to get on the right track and knock out one of our must-watch films of the spring season of movie watching. And the weather is kind of weird today. We're gonna get some rain in about an hour or so. But I'm just thinking, we have some really good film choices, and I think I'm going to put together a list of 3, maybe 4, and do a one for all the marbles, and let the one for all the marbles winner pick tonight's feature presentation. We got to get some good features going on, guys. We're also 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, we're going to be rocking and rolling with the party, the runoff of the draft party, rounds 4 through 7. 2 Saturdays from now, boys. Current water temperature at the beach area down to 57.2. We've had evenings that are really like into the 40s. And so we've had a decrease in the water temperature. 47.2 at the beach area. Get a little warmer weather coming up this week. See how it goes. Hopefully we can get that up to 60s before too long and make a beach trip, boys. All right, that's the caboose. That's your caboose right there. Yeah, that thing's got some. Once it gets a head of steam, that thing gets rolling. You see how fast that thing picked up speed? Some top-heavy speeds, the term you'll be hearing the draft analyst referring to running backs, and the draft coming up. Less than 2 weeks. Got a big-time party coming up. Less than 2 weeks, guys. Hope you're ready for the big party. going to be a special one. Alright guys, this is the message for April the 13th. Andy, do the birthdays tonight. Don't forget, it's Mr. Met's birthday, not the chatter, but the Mr. Met. Happy birthday to Mr. Met, April 13th.